Several Arcadian writers and artists are commemorated in this corner of the chapel, including Eric Linklater, George Mackay Brown, Edwin Muir and Robert Rendell. Eric Linklater's work included novels, poetry and plays. Much of it grew out of his personal experience of war. Perhaps his most popular children's work is The Wind and the Moon, a fantasy novel published in 1944. An extract is read here by Alison Miller, a modern Orkney writer.
When there is wind on the moon, you must be very careful how you behave, because if it is an ill wind and you behave badly, it will blow straight into your heart, and then you will behave badly for a long time to come.
George Mackay Brown is one of the great Scottish writers of the 20th century. Much of his work was based on the life and landscape of Orkney, and he was fascinated by the St Magnus story, which he retold in his novel Magnus. Here is an extract.
God has made me an earl in this place. The harp is bleeding. I know it. My work is a work of peace, to bind up the wounds in the music. I must learn to harp well among the 7 red beasts.
Edwin Muir was a poet, novelist and translator who considered his childhood in Orkney to represent a kind of idyllic Eden. This is the start of his poem called simply Childhood.
Long time he lay upon the sunny hill, to his father's house below securely bound. Far off the silent, changing sound was still, with the black islands lying thick around. He saw each separate height, each vaguer hue, where the mast islands rolled in mist away, and though all ran together in his view, he knew that unseen straits between them lay.
Robert Rendell grew up in Kirkwall. By profession a draper, he was also a skilled amateur poet, archaeologist, painter and naturalist. His work included poems in the Arcadian dialect, including this one, Cragsman's Widow.
He was aye vaguin' by the shore and climmin' among the crags, swappin' the mallymacks or takin' white ma eggs. Had 6 year by come Lammas sin he gaed for the face, and nane but an auld dun wife was left to work the place. Yet the sun shines doon on athing, the links are bonny and green, and the sea keeps ebbin' and flowin' as though it had never been.